in game 3.
And in 3, he showed up, if not showed out, but he did show up, and his mere presence seemed to lift the whole team because Joel's going to suck it up and play with that thing on his face. Okay, we got this, right? And all of a sudden, it looked like Philadelphia had reimposed its will on the Miami Heat. All of a sudden, we fast forward to Game 5 last night, and silly me, I thought that the Sixers just might go in there and clock them. Just go in there and say, you know what, we're just better than you because we got the best player on the floor. You can have Jimmy Buckets, playoff Jimmy, all you want, but we got 21 on our side. And all of a sudden, 21 played like he was about 6'2", right? The whole team came out just completely lifeless. And again, I'm going to tell you who's going to pay for this.
Doc Rivers going to pay for his job.
About to pay. And the way they played last night, I'm just not so sure they can suck it up and dredge it back up and hold off Jimmy Buckets and company back in Philadelphia because I'm just not so sure it's going to end in 6. And if it does, I think Doc is going to be gone.
Because it would just be a continuation. Skip, I believe the Miami Heat have a better overall team. There's no question about it. The Sixers have the best player. But the loss last year to Atlanta and the Ben Simmons fiasco and now this debacle, somebody's got to pay. Skip, you know how this goes. What's the easiest fix is what? The coach. You can't replace 12, 13 guys.
No,
I can replace the head coach, though.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I have a confession to make to you. I have run out of patience, finally, for Joel Embiid because, as you know, I have supported him, I have defended him, I have pubbed him, I have pushed him as the best player on the planet. I told you yesterday, this was a golden opportunity down in the capital of the sunshine, in Miami. Golden opportunity for Joel Embiid to remake his case as the best player on the planet. Again, Kevin Durant got knocked off his throne by the Boston Celtics. I think Giannis is teetering on his throne thanks to the Boston Celtics. LeBron has abdicated. He's on his couch munching Ruffles. So that's what he's doing, right? And yet, here's the guy that I think is supremely gifted, who has like a nasty streak in him, who can be, in a good way, mean-spirited on the court. And I think he strikes more fear than even Jokic does in rival coaches as they try to prepare. Because this guy, when he's engaged, when he's right, when his mind is right and his body is reasonably healthy, he is a flat-out terror. You can't deal with him on either end of the floor. So last night, I'm expecting, and the more you expect from that guy, the least you can trust that guy. And in the end, it's always something with Joel Embiid. And we say it over and over again, but the new something was, wait, he's sulking over the MVP in a Game 5 at Miami? Is he protesting? Is he rebelling against Doc? I don't know what's going on, but something in his psyche was out of whack last night, especially in the first half. I saw some flashes. I saw some glimpses of the Joel Embiid in the third quarter, as you said. But it was way too little, way too late, and it didn't sustain itself for the rest of the game. And so we're left with minus 29 and plus minus. And the point is that with him, it's always something unpredictable because we go back to the Toronto series back in the playoffs when Kawhi was in Toronto, and he's sick or hurt. He's sick or hurt. He's sick or hurt. It's one thing or another.
Even remember the Brooklyn series he missed when Ben Simmons had to take over and score 30 with a double-double.
He's always got something naggingly wrong with him or something career-threatening wrong with him. And once he works through career-threatening, there's always this is going on and that's going on. And again, what happened to his nose, or his orbital bone actually, is just a freak accident.
It is.
But sometimes he's star-crossed. Sometimes he seems snake-bitten. But other times, I just say, Joel, I tweeted this last night, as soon as I heard Barkley say that at halftime. If that, in fact, is the case last night, that he was sulking over the MVP or whatever, just pouting about it, then he doesn't deserve an MVP the rest of his career, because that's for me, that's a career ender as far as you being the best player on the planet or a potential MVP.
Skip, let me ask you a
You
question.
should be disqualified from here forward.
How many times you think Jordan felt that he was wrong for the MVP? How many times you think LeBron and Kobe? Even Shaq said, hey, look, I'm going to say it till I'm 70.
Did you hear him say?
Yeah.
He said, I'm 50 and I'll say it till I'm 70. I got robbed twice. Okay, good.
So
you turned up the sound.
Yeah, I did.
Good.
I did. And I'm thinking, I'm like, okay. And I know Shaq a little bit, but yeah, that bothers him. That bothers him.
Eats at him.
But here's the thing. But you know what Shaq said? Okay, but I won the title. Joel, I guess, hey, and he said, well, I'm going to pour your energy in that. And then whatever happens after you win the title, you can live with it. But Joel is only like 28 years old. He makes it seem like he's 38 and he's not going to have another chance at the MVP. Skip, damn.
That is true. And then what killed me, you know how I feel about this, he said, well, now I guess I got to refocus all my energy on winning a championship. And of course, my first thought was,
that should have been all your focus to begin with.
Day one, you have to focus on that. If the MVP comes along with it, great.
Team success. Look, Skip, I want guys to be selfish, but not your goal shouldn't shouldn't come in front of that of the team. Because guess what? If you want to win those awards, that means we're gonna win some games. Hey, you want to win the MVP? Ooh, go get it. You want to be defensive player of the year? Go get it. But I know that's going to win some games. But I don't want that to supersede. Man, I need the MVP. Well, what about us winning? Man, I need that MVP. And Joel, look, it didn't happen. Bruh, it's okay. You're not the first guy. Trust me, you're not the first guy that got robbed, that feel like they got robbed for an MVP. There are a lot of, and some of the players are better than you. Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron going to say, hey, look here. I know LeBron feels that he should have another one or two.
Absolutely.
Jordan probably thinks he should have 10 MVPs.
That is true. I agree on both counts. I agree.
Kobe, hold on, I averaged 35. I averaged 30 plus 1 year, and I got left off, and then he didn't win it.
Yep.
So, yeah, Skip, it's something. Skip, the man had 6 points and 2 rebounds on 6 shots in the first half. What the hell was that about? He only taken 4 shots. When he got slapped in the face, he had only taken 4 shots. So what? And then come out of the third quarter, he goes 5 or 6 and scores 11 points. Where was this in the first half? That's what you gave us in the third quarter. That's what you should have given us in the first or the second quarter. Go out there and have one of those monster halves like we seen you have in the regular season, where you go get 20, 24 points, 8, 9 rebounds in the first half. Give your team a chance. Skip, when he plays like this, they got no chance. The auxiliary players around him can't play well enough. The reason why they were able to win Game 3 and Game 4 is because Joel was so dominant. Not Danny Green is getting wide open looks. Look, I'm giving up. James Harden ain't putting no games together back-to-back. Hey, at this point in time, I'm just saying, the season, come back, get healthy. Last place you want to have James Harden be is in South Beach. That's Miami. That's the last place you want him, that guy, to be. Now, Philly, it might be a change. It might be a change of scenery. He might play better. I ain't holding my breath on that.
Yeah.
But Joel Embiid, this was very disappointing on you last night, bro.
So here's the classic, for me, social media victim or prisoner type of a quote from Joel last night after the game. He was asked about how he's feeling, and he said, for me, it's just about pain tolerance, but this is a lose-lose situation for me. If I don't play, you know, I'll probably get called soft. If I play and I play bad, probably say, oh, you're just not good enough. Well, that's because he's just reading his comments, and he's just like, people are holding him hostage almost, like, I can't win because you're going to call me. So who cares what they say? Are you going to play or are you not going to play?
Right.
And if you're going to play, don't tell me you're in a lose-lose situation, because if that's your mentality going out there, that's kind of how he played in the first half, like, I can't win.
Right.
Like, I don't really feel like playing, but I'm out here so you won't call me soft, right?
But you're doing nothing, so we're going to call you soft because you only had 6 points in the first half.
Okay. Well, either go or don't go.
Right.
And if you don't feel like going, just don't even look at your phone. Just go. If you can't play, you can't play. And sometimes, as you well know, sometimes you just can't go.
You just can't go. And it comes down to that, Skip, because at the end of the day, that's that bad tape. We're going to talk about some of the football players, Skip, and that's what I tell you. Hey, all they see is that number and that name on the back.
Yep.
They don't care nothing about you had to get shot up. They don't care anything about that. But I was surprised, Skip. I'm surprised that he came back as quick as he did dealing with that, considering I had a very similar injury.
And we both applauded him for Game 3.
Yes.
Just being out on the floor.
Had he not come back, Skip, they'd have got swept. This series would have been over.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to remind you of something I told you 3 years ago. I heard it from a very high-placed source within the Sixers organization that they slightly favored Ben Simmons for the long haul over this guy because of all of the above, that he can't stay healthy and that they can't trust his intangibles from day to day because he's moody and unpredictable about exactly what he's going to give you when you need it most. So they favored Ben Simmons' intangibles, and then, as we well know, Ben develops his free throw demons, and here we sit. And Brooklyn's not sure what they have, and I promise you, Philly's still not sure what they have with that guy.
Well, they definitely, well, if they're not sure what they got with that guy, they're definitely not sure what they got with James Harden either.
Yeah, well,
but too late. That might be a little late for that, Skip. Skip, look, when you're that size and you're that agile, the likelihood of you having a clean, healthy season isn't very good. That's a big man. That's a man that's probably well over 300 pounds. And you're asking him to play somewhere between 65 and 75 games a season on a up and down. That's asking an awful lot of guys.
I do know a guy who has the all-time NBA